railways, seaports and airports are come back to modern life.
Good luck!
Or a Benin highway and other federal highways from dead trap to modern spectacle.
Good luck!
Ayua, petrol and nyaf with control price and so many other chitram. Good luck I do. Good luck are going to do, and good luck will be yours. Are you see what I'm saying? Only good luck has faced the security challenges of Nigeria with honesty and commitment, fighting terrorism to a halt.
Good luck continue for Nigeria.
This message is brought to you courtesy Transformation Ambassadors of Nigeria. Done for one vision, Nigeria.
Strength, pride, optimism. Happiness runs through our veins. High blood pressure shouldn't. 1 in 3 adult Nigerians may have high blood pressure. Do you? Omron provides a solution for checking your blood pressure anytime, anywhere. To help you prevent critical cardiovascular diseases, to keep Nigeria healthy, proud, and happy. A range of blood pressure monitors from Omron. All for healthcare.
One day, she'll be all grown up, with her own opinions, her own style, her own life. Until then, it's your job to take care of her, to make sure you build a safe and solid foundation like your mother did for you. Introducing Kids First from First Bank. Start saving for your child's future today. And because it's First Bank, you can be sure that when it's time, we'll be there for her. Open an account for your child today, because at First Bank, kids come first.
10, Fumi wanted to be a chemist. At 15, an engineer. At 17, she was accepted into a prestigious university, followed by tragedy. Her father died. Yet, at 21, she still graduated top of her class. Choose life. Book a plan for the ones you love and keep the music playing long after you're gone. Mansard Insurance, for life and living.
From Lagos, the nation's commercial capital, this is the news at 10, live from Channels Television. Reporting tonight, Amarachi Ubani.
Good evening and welcome. Tonight, National Council of States meets over rescue of Chibok girls, emphasizes need to bring them back alive. Self-confessed Boko Haram kingpin says all Chibok girls are alive and in a good state of health. More trouble in Edo State House of Assembly as lawmakers suspend minority leader and minority whip. And Israel is set to unleash more military attacks on the Gaza Strip, including possible ground offensive.
And on business news, World Bank declares Nigeria fit to borrow more money, accords country with the blend status.
On sports news, 5-time world champions Brazil and European giants Germany battle it out for a place in the final of the 2014 FIFA World Cup.
Rescuing the Chibok schoolgirls from the hands of their captors was a major focus of today's National Security Council meeting in Abuja. For the first time, the council witnessed a large attendance of almost all the former heads of state. The meeting, presided over by President Goodluck Jonathan, had General Yakubu Gowon, Chief Olusegun Obasanjo, General Ibrahim Babangida, General Abdulsalam Abubakar, Chief Ernest Shinekong and Alhaji Shehu Shagari in attendance. Briefing journalists at the presidential villa after the meeting, the governor of Akwa Ibom State, Godswill Akpabio, said that the issue is not whether the girls would be rescued, but how to make sure that they're rescued alive. The group also gave thumbs up to the security agencies for intensifying efforts towards rescuing the girls. It's now been 85 days since the girls have been in captivity.
At the last count, 6 past Nigerian leaders attended the Council of State meeting. Also present were 2 former Chief Justices of Nigeria, leadership of the National Assembly, service chiefs and governors of the 36 states of the Federation, those that took the meeting serious. President Goodluck Jonathan was said to have briefed them on the security situation in the country. The army chiefs also briefed them on the effort to rescue the Chibok girls who have been in the camp of the Boko Haram for over 80 days now.
The efforts are being met, and that sooner than later, that God willing, we'll have good news. And it was also very heartwarming to note that the issue is not whether we can rescue the girls. The issue is how can we rescue them in a way that will ensure their safety, so that we don't end up in the attempt to rescue them, we endanger their lives. And then what also came out is the need for Nigerians to be patient, that this kind of terrorism that we are facing now is a new challenge in Nigeria, and worldwide is not something that goes away in a day.
Nigeria may have had its fair share of crises in the past, but never has the country experienced terrorism so much so that over 200 Nigerian girls will be abducted at the same time. Not just that, the terrorists can choose where to bomb anytime they like, and all they do is stand and watch. Council can only advise the media, religious leaders and politicians not to rationalize the act.
We also agree that as politicians, we also should be more sensitive to national security. And when it comes to national security, partisanship should give way to all hands being on deck and speaking with one voice in denouncing terrorism, and all of us be seen to be on the same page. It is not a partisan issue. If there is no Nigeria, there is no political parties become irrelevant. And we are convinced that all of us can do better, and we should change our language. Political parties should put Nigeria first before partisan consideration. I think the third issue is the role of religious leaders. That it is not helpful for any religious leader to seek to rationalize this act by suggesting that these people are belonging to one religion, or that the target is another, that the entire thing is based on religion. It is not.
It's now over 85 days since the abduction of the Nigerian girls. While the girls remain in captive, the bombing of innocent citizens may continue on the streets. Who knows the story these Nigerian leaders will tell when next they meet here? One hopes it will be a celebration of victory over Boko Haram. Chukwuma Onwekusi, Channels Television News.
And in the meantime, a self-confessed member of the terrorist group Boko Haram has been speaking on the condition of the Chibok girls who've been in their custody for 85 days. In an interview with the BBC, the man, who admitted joining the sect in 2004, said the girls are in good state of health as they're well fed and treated with utmost care. He adds, quote, "I'm telling you this for a fact. They're in a state of amnesty. They don't have a problem. Some of them believe in Islam. Some say they would not convert to Islam. We treat them equally. They're all healthy. Some of them say they will not return to Islam. We tell them this is not a problem. There is no force in Islam. If you see them now, you'll see that they don't have any problems. He explained further that the group does not kill women and children intentionally, as Islam does not permit that, but are killed in the crossfire as they go after their targets. We're staying with security, except something is done to urgently and adequately secure the Chibok community. Access to food will become difficult for many residents in the area, as a submission of the campaigners calling for the rescue of the Chibok schoolgirls. According to them, government must do all it can to ensure the return of the girls.
People doesn't go to farm, they don't go to market, no car is moving up and down as before. Business are not moving because of fear. And what we are thinking is, if my people do not go to farm this year, next year it will be very difficult for them to survive, even without Boko Haram. And the situation is, the Boko Haram are killing everywhere. The normal what they did was, they have the checkpoint on the main road, and those people doesn't follow main road. They follow bush where normal these hard men go, the cows, and they came with the bike and attack the distance between the two checkpoints, 1 kilometer, 2 kilometer. When they attack you people, and then before you know it, they run away.
The Chief Justice of Nigeria, Miriam Aloma Mokhtar, has advised security agents deployed across the country to ensure respect for human rights in their fight against terrorism. Addressing participants at a gathering on the rule of law in combating terror, Justice Aloma Mokhtar explained that upholding human rights is not merely compatible with a successful counter-terrorism strategy, but an essential element of it. Our correspondent, Amaka Okafor, reports.
A popular saying in Nigeria at the moment is that security is business, but in fighting terrorism in the country, some experts and officers in the Temple of Justice say it is important to respect human rights even in extreme cases.
There is always the temptation for governments of any country experiencing terrorist attacks to fight terrorism with any available means, without any consideration of the legal safeguards that exist in the state. Compromising human rights cannot serve the struggle against terrorism. Rather, it can only facilitate this objective by ceding to him the moral high ground and provoking tensions, hatred, and mistrust of government among precisely those parts of the population where he is most likely to find recruits.
They also stressed the need to put measures in place to ensure the protection of victims and witnesses in the adjudication of terrorism cases and also speed up cases of terrorism.
Any judicial system that does not earn the confidence of witnesses and victims may find it difficult to secure their cooperation and testimonies, which are essential in ensuring that the parties receive the justice they deserve.
There is therefore the need to put in place effective counter-terrorism measures as it concerns the adjudication of terrorism-related cases.
Facing terrorism demands a comprehensive response looking at immediate, mid-term, and long-term impact. Within this framework, it is important to work towards achieving effective criminal justice responses by building the capacity of judges, prosecutors, and investigators dealing with terrorist cases.
It is the expectation of this gathering that new measures will continue to evolve from every sector to aid the fight against terrorism. Amaka Okafor, Channels Television News.
Away from terrorism and security issues to education. Now, tertiary education in the country appears set to witness a major transformation, particularly with regards to the use of information technology in the learning process, as well as the commissioning of the Nigerian Research and Education Network, which is aimed at creating broadband interconnectivity among tertiary institutions to drive productive research in the country. At the event in Abuja, President Goodluck Jonathan reaffirmed his commitment to changing the face of tertiary institutions through infrastructure development. Our correspondent, Gloria Umezoke, explains.
The arrival of the Ministers of Education and Communications Technology into the jam-packed auditorium kick-started events. The need to accelerate the use of technology in Nigerian universities is a primary reason for this initiative by the National Universities Commission. The Supervising Minister of Education, Mr. Nyesom Wike, said the Nigerian Research and Education Network, NIDREN, creates broadband interconnectivity between 29 federal institutions to drive more productive research in the country.
It is for these reasons that I call on the administrators, the unions, and all stakeholders in the nation's tertiary education sector to bring an end to the frequent upheavals in the system. The government has demonstrated sincere commitment through willingness to continue the dialogue with stakeholders. Our adult literacy index must move from the current 61% to its maximum.
This is the first phase of the Nigerian Research and Education Network project, which received a $10 million funding from the World Bank. The project will promote resource sharing and provide services and applications to include video conferencing, IP telephony, and network security.
We're building and equipping computer labs and providing at least 1 year of internet bandwidth for free in these tertiary institutions.
We expect at the end of the work that we have started so far, that it will translate into value chain, that will enhance education and research activities in the country through more efficient collaboration and sharing of resources.
According to the Nigeria Universities Commission, the second phase of the project begins in a year and should incorporate over 100 universities across the Federation. Nigeria now joins about 7 African countries to establish the Research and Education Network, which is vital to interconnect with over 100 countries in the world. But what remains to be seen is a sustenance culture. Gloria Omezuke, Channels Television News.
In part 2 after the break, Edo State Assembly's waggling dispute continues. 2 principal officers are suspended. That's in a moment. Please stay with us.
I love traveling. I always look forward to exploring different countries. I look forward to the food, the entertainment, and the adventure. But most of all, I look forward to sharing my experiences with folks back home with MTN Wi-Fi roaming.
Introducing MTN Wi-Fi roaming app, your passport to fast, easy and reliable Wi-Fi access everywhere you roam. Available for download from MTN Play, MTN Next App Store, Apple App Store, Google Play, or you can text Wi-Fi to 131 to get started.
MTN, everywhere you go. Love is the greatest of all virtues. The Holy Bible and the Holy Quran tell us so. Love is not boastful. Love is humble, cool under pressure. Love is hope for the next generation. Love is the North, East, West, and South living in unity. Love is progress despite adversity. It makes the impossible possible. Love is a secure nation with prosperity for all. Love is transformation. We need more love. Good luck, Abele Jonathan. Driven by love for God and country. Mr. President, we appreciate you. We who are with you are more than those who are against you. A message from protectors of Nigerian posterity.
Strength, pride, optimism. Happiness runs through our veins. High blood pressure shouldn't. 1 in 3 adult Nigerians may have high blood pressure. Do you? Omron provides a solution for checking your blood pressure anytime, anywhere. To help you prevent critical cardiovascular diseases, to keep Nigeria healthy, proud. The range of blood pressure monitors from Omron. All for healthcare.